Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood. I'm here to do my character retrospectives. I was just going to do Annie Brackett, but I think I'm going to throw in Lee Brackett as well. Why not do the father and daughter while I'm here? You know, some characters are similar to others, and some characters are different than others. And there are similarities, and there are differences. And I would say what's similar about Lee and Annie, other than the obvious of father and daughter, is they're both very carefree. But what I also say is what's different about them is they don't, one has information and the other doesn't. Where Lee Brackett is being told by Dr. Sam Loomis, Michael Myers has escaped and he may be here. Now, you can, obviously, we know Lee Brackett doesn't really believe Sam Loomis and he doubts Sam Loomis throughout the night. Or at least he's I think what hurts that though is him not having Lee call allow him to alert the media, which the local radio stations. It's like you're telling me a killer's on the loose, but yet you don't want me to alert people and make them aware that there's a danger, there's a threat. I think that's where Lee Brackett sort of, as much as I want to pin that on Lee Brackett and say it is Lee's fault, it is to the degree for not listening to him. But it's also that's where Loomis is at fault. I feel for, and I get that it's the dialogue for not going. Yeah, maybe you should. Because the '70s are definitely a different time, and that's where I'll get back to Annie. Is Annie Brackett, for as much as she is a victim of Michael Myers and a victim of not enough information of she didn't know Myers was out there, she's a victim of her time. The '70s were, that carefree time, that non-worry time, just like the '60s. Was there a change? Was there other killings? Yeah, but people were still pretty carefree. And you can see that in Annie Brackett. It's portrayed in her many, many ways. And here's what I'll say too is they're also, Lee and Annie are dismissive of each other. You know, they when Laurie and Annie pull up, he said, they're sort of hollering because the store alarm's going off, and she says, "What happened? What happened?" Well, someone broke into the store. Probably kids. Well, you blame everything on kids. So he's dismissing it was just kids right away, which I've always found odd. I've always found odd of Lee to just dismiss it as the kids. It's the kids. And again, this is right before he meets Dr. Loomis. And he says all they took was some rope, some Halloween mask, and a couple of knives. And you would just hear that, and you hear the audience just screaming, "It's Myers, man!" But I think with Annie, where she's more dismissive with Laurie as well. And again, I'm not saying this that the character's ignorant. She's not. Again, where her father has information, she just doesn't. She just doesn't know what's going on. Neither do the other two girls. It's the whole town. The whole town doesn't know that Myers is out there. Um, and when Laurie's telling her, someone was standing in my yard watching me, and they dismiss it as Mr. Riddle, and it's more Annie who does the dismissing. I was just, I'm going, wow, she's not really worried about someone watching her friend. You would think she would be. She's more just putting it to the side like it's not a big deal. And, I guess in hindsight it isn't, but in many ways I'm going, shouldn't you be a little worried about someone just watching your friend? And I don't get why Annie, especially, who's supposed to be Lori's best friend, and this is something I've never understood. When they're walking home, her, Linda, Annie, and Lori, that Annie is really dismissive of Lori as well. Like I said, it goes back to the dismissive thing. You know, Lori sees somebody peeking from behind the bush, and people are like, "Here's the thing: she doesn't know that's Michael Myers. That's the thing. That's something I'm gonna get into with Laurie Strode when I do my Laurie Strode retrospective. Um, that here's Annie Brackett, and she's just she peeks behind a bush and she doesn't see nobody, and she just is scared another one away, and I get she knows Laurie. She knows Laurie doesn't go out. She knows Laurie doesn't date. But does she truly believe? It's like she's believing Laurie. You're messing with me. You know, if you did see somebody, it's almost like she's saying that, and I just don't get. I get this is the '70s. Like I said, product of their time. Victims of their time. Really. Why is Annie? I mean, you could say again. You could say Lee is dismissive as well. But I just don't. I've never quite been able to wrap my head around why Annie was so dismissive. And when she dumps Lindsay off on Lori, and we see her grooming her hair, you see when she gets to the car, the door's locked, and she goes and gets the keys, and then she just opens the door. She completely forgets the whole going to get the keys and of why she was getting the keys, unlocked the door. And she opens the door and though everything's fogged up, and she just, wait a second. And the realization hits, and then bam, she's getting choked, and then she gets stabbed. Lee Brackett having some information that, you know, Loomis believed was telling him, hey, Myers is here, Myers is here. Do I think he should have believed him a lot more? Yes, I do. Do I think that Sam Loomis should have allowed um, Lee Brackett to get on already? I think so. I think, when. I mean, Lee Brackett right there offering that is him, in a sense, believing Loomis. Like, okay, let's get on the radio. Let's tell people get behind closed doors. No, 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 no. And maybe Loomis didn't want to panic. I can't sit here and fault Loomis completely, but I do think Lee dismissing him starts there, right then and there. If you wanted to point a way of where does Lee begin dismissing him, right there. I think when Loomis doesn't let him do that, says no, 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 he's going, well, wait, you're telling me this guy's dangerous, and that's I will say that if you're going to have somebody tell you something's going on and you're a cop, to me, and here's where Lee should have took initiative. Lee should have checked. We never see Lee Brackett check Sam's story out at all. And that's something I was always curious of why. And another thing too, Lee Brackett, when he meets Loomis again, he even says, nothing's going on. So right there, when he comes back, I'm thinking, okay, shouldn't you be getting a hold of somebody else from Smiths Grove, Warren County Sanitarium? Shouldn't you be getting a hold of somebody? Hey, did this guy break out? Yes or no? We don't hear that from him. We just hear nothing's going on except for pranking, trick-or-treating, kids getting high. There's nothing going on, though. Parking, whatever. Nothing's going on, right? But I think, again, Lee Brackett, I like the character. I just feel the character doesn't take his own initiative enough. And neither does Annie at times, too. But again, here's where I'll differ. Lee had certain information and Annie didn't. And I'll always go back to that. And the thing of that is, when you have Lee Brackett, somebody who had the information and didn't seemingly follow up on it, it's very, arrogant of the character not to do so. You can be dismissive of what somebody's telling you when they're telling you not to call the, phone the media in. but you can also do your job and go the extra mile and actually call, and check and see if Myers did escape. And we just don't see that from him. So we're led to believe he didn't. Alright, guys. No, I'm 10 minutes on. That's my Halloween character retrospective. I don't know who I'm going to do from week to week, Again, I know I'm going to do Laurie Strode. Probably, she'll probably be next week for sure. This Thursday night, I'll be recording with @iBarnabas. His channel is Mag81. I believe it, or it's 82. I'll have to check. I'll leave a link in the description box below for his channel. He's a huge Dark Shadows fan. I know I just did a whole thing with Halloween character retrospective. But I'll be recording with him Thursday night at 10 p.m. We'll be discussing Dark Shadows and Ghost in the Shell. I'll see you guys Thursday night, and you guys take care. Have a good one.